Something which I really love about Petra is how she is able to quickly ask for forgiveness and quickly forgive in any situation when we are getting mad at each other or she's getting mad at a family member. It doesn't matter who. I've never seen anyone that comes quicker back to me to apologize, to say, hey, I didn't mean it, I love you, and are you still mad at me?
I usually tell you why I did it, what led to that, what thought process led to my decision to be angry at you, and then I say I'm sorry.
Because you're really aware of what's going on, and you don't play this game for, I'm not talking to you for the next 5 days, you know?
In that moment I want to do that, not talking to anyone.
But how do you do it that you come back so quickly?
I'm a very impulsive person. I am like a fire. I just am super passionate. You know, I have to take it out, get it out. And then, as every woman, we have a lot of emotions, and we are just bursting, and it always have some reason. It always have some, build up. It's never like one thing. One thing never pisses off anyone, but it's more like when I do this and I see that I did this because it gives me some kind of relief for a moment, then I know, I ask me why did it happen, what did I overlook, or where did it store so much steam that it had to just burst. And then I see what was before, a day before, or who told me what. It doesn't have to be even his thing. It could be my mother talking to me because somebody talked to my mother, and then she's sending it through her on me, and then I take it in. It's just like that, and people are punishing each other for not messaging each other for 1 or 2 weeks, not talking to each other, and taking their own space and taking their own distance, and they are still anyways holding their phone and awaiting the message from the other person, and so we did something like Sheldon in Big Bang Theory. We have some agreements between each other.
You really think that's funny?
It's in our agreement, I have to laugh.
And one is that what was it about the arguing? Yeah, that we never will do this to each other, that we will not communicate, right?
Or that we don't do it before we go to sleep.
And
that we don't go to sleep
that
like
we
this.
don't go to sleep like this. And I have to say, during a year, it happens like 3 times to 5 times that we don't talk to each other before we fall asleep.
Probably in 3 years, 3 to 5 times.
Yeah, sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
But it's very rare. But because we really try to solve the problem before we fall asleep or something.
And that is really one of my greatest lucks in this relationship, that Petra is such an amazing communicator, and that she doesn't play this shitty nonsense game of I'm screaming at you and I slam the door and I'm not coming back for however long, and I'm not talking to you, and I block you on WhatsApp or whatever. And I would usually do that. I would get so emotional.
Really? You would do that?
Yeah, I think so. I would get so emotional and just stay in there, and you can bathe in your emotions. It's amazing. It's like the ocean, right?
My parents never argued in front of me ever in my life. So I don't know. Maybe my mother was arguing with my father, but my father never really argued or screamed at my mother. He really could hold his energy. He was really very not unstable about other situations, but about them arguing, he would never argue with her or anything. He said, this is how it's going to go, or do whatever you want. This is how we are doing it, you know. So he was not needing to be arguing. This is what men are missing quite lately, to have this firm decision, even though my father sometimes makes decisions his way and it's only his opinion, but you know, life taught him that if you don't make decision, nobody else wants to be responsible for it, so I make it for everybody, so that's we're good.
And I want to add that I am quite the opposite of Petra. When she's fire and impulsive, I am like water, you know, it takes a while until I cook, but then it also takes a while until I cool down. And you can be, you know, fire, pour some water over it, and it's extinguished. But I, thanks to her, started to do this as well, that when I was mad at her, I would really hold it for very long, but I really jump over my own shadow, as we say in German. And
he actually started to date me, and he said, don't hate, don't say hate. I said, I hate this, and he was like, don't say hate.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh my gosh, I hate what he's saying. And then I
said it to all my friends, like, you know, why would you hate? It's such a destructive energy. But I was full of it myself.
Yeah,
you know,
hate.
I was full of hate. Yeah. And I can put it very well into a little box, very
we can
close,
find the video
deep down.
Yeah. No biggie. I don't even think about it anymore. No.
Okay, good.
Yeah, here's the secret. You know, I did Jet. I took all that stuff and I balled it up real tight, and then I shoved it way down deep, and I just pretty much ignore it.
You know, that sounds really unhealthy.
Yeah. But yeah, it's and I also, when we are falling asleep at night, sometimes when we had this issue that we were not happy with each other, I know that I just fall asleep, almost fall asleep, and then I know he's a little bit sleepy, so I grab his hand. I touch his hand, or I just put there the hand like halfway, maybe a little bit touch him, and he touches me back. So.
Yeah.
And then we hold hand, and it's like we're good. Yeah. But it's so funny.
But so important for the health of this relationship.
It means that we love each other. Yeah. We behave like
a-holes.
But yeah, it's okay.
But what's the relevance of playing this game? You know, why? Like, what for? What do you have from it being mad at your partner
for
extended period of times?
Yeah, you can really be mad at the partner. It's healthy.
Yeah.
It's healthy. Then you realize that you're actually not mad at your partner, that you are actually mad because somebody has told you something and it was creating some energy in you which was like humiliating you or something, and you want to just make yourself feel better, so you are just like that. Yeah.
It would be an endless game of ping pong if you just you get mad at your partner gets mad at you for this, and
you punish each other with these no sending messages, nothing. And then it's actually, I've done this in the past before this relationship, and I've always was punishing myself. It's like, I want to communicate about it. I want to know how he may tell him how he made me feel bad. It's like there is a cake in the fridge and I shouldn't touch it, you know, and I was still looking there on the cake if it is still there. It's like looking in the phone and is he messaging? Is he messaging? Oh, he's online. Oh, I see he was online.
He read it.
This and this time he read. Oh, I'm not going to write him. What do you mean he read it?
Yeah.
I'm not going to write him first. Right?
I did the exact same thing. Very classy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody that I know does it.
Yeah, they do it a lot, and it's nonsense. You are just losing 5 days per week. Being pissed.
I recommend that you are the one that is going to initiate this if you want to have this in your relationship, because I didn't do it. when I got in this relationship with Petra, she was the one which still came to me and said, "Hey, I'm sorry, I love you," and it feels so good for me when she can overcome herself this much, that she is just, "Hey, I don't want to live like that. I want to be happy, and I love you, and that's the truth. I was just having an emotional reaction." And she's coming back to me, and I start to do it as well because of the great example.
And why are we so stubborn to stay there so long? Just observe yourself. It's like comedy. It's like total life comedy.
Yeah. Do you want to be right, or do you want to be happy?
Do you want to be right, or do you want to be happy?
Yeah.
I always choose happy. And don't give up on your partner. Don't split like everybody who can't solve problems. They split. It's really nonsense, because you find the same partner, the same patterns, and they will create the same emotional reactions. So you really already have the right person. Most of the people have already the right person next to them, but you just need to work within yourself, on yourself, not on changing the partner. It's smelling so nice.